So the artist I chose for my project is Auguste Rodin. He was born into a poor area in Paris to both a mother and a father. His dad was an office clerk at the local police station. His mom worked odd jobs around town and wanted the best life she could provide for him. She sent him to a boarding school. However, he was not a successful student. He was not interested in learning just math, science, and social studies. He wanted to be an artist and learn more about techniques and what it took to be a good one. He quickly left the boarding school and attended an art school. He failed 3 times at a sculpture competition and disliked working for others. The workshop, though, he worked at provided him with a living for the next 20 consecutive years. He created a life-size sculpture of a young officer, which is this piece, in 1876. It's called The Age of Bronze. This provided to being a turning point in his career. The salon that he worked for accepted in 1877, but doubts were risen about the authenticity. Many accused him of casting directly from the model's body. I guess the physique was so perfect that people instantly thought that it was fake, that he could not have designed the male body in this manner on his own. Right before his death, he gave all of his drawings, sculptures, and archives to the state of France to create a museum in the Hotel Baron. Today, nearly every large encyclopedia museum owns a casting of one of his sculptures, and exhibits of his work are held regularly, making Rodin one of few artists recognizable in public, even currently. A majority of Rodin's work consists of human figure sculpting. Sculptures exist wholly in our world in 3 dimensions. Rodin's group of figures caused the Berningers of Calais was commissioned in 1844 by the French city of Calais to honor 6 prominent townsmen of the 14th century when France and England were engaged in the protracted conflict known as 100-Year War. The men offered their lives to ransom Calais from the English, who had laid siege to it for over a year, starving its citizens. So this is the art piece that represents all 6 men that laid down their lives in order to help the country of France. Another piece of art that he has designed that I really enjoy looking at is called The Thinker. The Thinker is a man in deep thought sitting on a ledge of a rock who presumes to be in the nude. Many think that it's strange that he's naked on a rock, which I guess seems correct at the first glance. My thought was that Rodin sculpted him in a way that shows him that he's very vulnerable and he is not sure what the next step is or what he should decide to do. I think he sits close to the edge to represent the end, or even debating taking a leap into something new. The man's athletic body proves that, though looking to being great strength, the time to consider possible options of what choices he should make in the next part of his life. The last sculpture that I really enjoy is called The Kiss, and that is to represent a man and woman in love and devotion between them. The first time a new couple kisses can make or break the entire relationship. If there's no spark felt between both parties, then it's rumored that there's no physical relationship ever going to come of it. That was my take on the piece. Although Rodin created the sculpture from a story he had heard about great forbidden love. Once the 2 people finally realized they were meant to be together, their first kiss was passionate and romantic. So that's more on the artist I chose to write my research paper about. I enjoyed learning about him and seeing where he came from and why did he decide he wanted to make sculpture. Most of his pieces are known by people all around the world because they're usually everywhere lately. He has made great points in his life. He came from nothing and made a few wrong steps along the way, but was able to to reach his goal of becoming a world-renowned artist.